Okay, what you got here is a photoconductor for a yard light. And now outside, got a lot more light coming from the sun, so it controls it a lot better. But this is hooked to that radio right there. Stronger light. There we go. Now you see how that shut it off? There's the sensor right there. Okay. Now I'm going to zoom in on there and pull this light off of it. And maybe we can get a view. Oh, wrong way. Let's see if we can get some sort of a view. You can hear it when it clicks. See, inside light's weak, so it doesn't control it. These sensors are real. They're the cheapest on the line anyhow. That's about the only thing they're good for is for turning off lights and stuff. Did you hear it when it clicked off though? There's some little, just like the points on a car that click together. A couple metal things right up in there. Right down here and right up at the end here. I was hoping, I don't think you'll be able to get a view of them though. But anyhow, that's how that works. Let me see, let me zoom this back out. Get a whole picture of the whole thing. There we go. Yeah, this right here, let's shut that off. This is the perfect little get up right here for testing one of these photoconductors. I'm going to unplug that too. Alright. Now, whenever you're messing with electronics junk like this, you want to make sure you get one of these ground fault circuit protectors so you don't jolt yourself to death, okay? Because you can make a lot of stupid mistakes playing around with junk like this. So that's the first thing you want. This one here, I've got like an on-off switch set to it so I can like plug something in and turn it off and on, you know, pre-plug it and mess with it. This, right on the bottom of this, I don't know if you can see that good. Yeah. See these three wires I got here? This one here is your neutral, and these are both actually the same piece of wire. It's just cut off, but I'm going to show you in a minute. These little rubber connectors just keep it from like shorting against each other. Okay, first thing I want you to know. See this photo controller? Right over here they got a little set of points there, and down in the back here, two pieces of metal. That's what you were hearing clicking when it turned on and off. What this does is the light conducts juice and sends it through these, which causes it to turn off and on. And if you see how it's got all these little squigglies, that tells you right there it's a photoresistor. Photodiodes are a lot more accurate. This thing here is variable, like I said, massive variance on it, matter of fact. So it can't be used for basically much of nothing but, you know, just to turn the light off and on. This is the cover that was actually on there and I yanked it off. I did that just to show you, you know, it pops right in here like so. This is what it normally looks like. And this case right here, this plastic case is what they, you know, that goes over top of that. And it's got a little plastic, this little plastic thing right here. That is for the light sensor thing, and you can slide this around to let more and less light, you know, get to the eye. So when the light comes up, but that just clips right on there. Now these prongs right here. So to test one of these, literally, usually most of them are just like mine was. You can pull the whole mess right out of the top of the light. It's just sitting right on top of the light. That pops right off, and then this slides right out of the prongs. And you can test it that way to see if it's functional or not. in my case, I really got no use for it, but I just figured I'd let people know how to test these things, because everywhere I've checked, nobody got nothing, you know, telling you really how to check them properly. Now, this little mess of wires right here, what I did, I turned this radio into a tester is what I did. Okay. Your cords usually are going to have this part with the fat on it and the skinny part, okay? This fat part should always be for your neutral wire. And this one here is for your common wire, which is the hot wire, the one that's actually running the juice through it, you know. The neutral gets juice too, but it's a return flow on alternating current. But the other one's the actual hot wire. Okay. The neutral wire, you don't cut apart. But what I done, this is the hot wire coming off of there. Okay, I cut it right off, and then I made these two prongs. And this photo sensor right here, these two smaller ones, and if you look down here, it's going to say load and load on them, and it's going to have a little N on this big fat one. That's your neutral. That's the common right there. I mean, that's your neutral wire that goes there. These two are the common. All this is it lets the juice from here go to here when this becomes active. And like I said, that's just your neutral wire there. But these two here, if you look at the cord, if you see how the cord, this one wire coming off the cord, see the cord runs down, this one wire, that's your neutral. That just, the neutral is just hooked to this little thing here, okay? It's still hooked together. These two loose ones right here, that's that wire I cut in half. That was your, that's your hot wire right there. If you were to hook these two together, just clip these two together, basically you'd have your normal extension cord. It would run the whole length, you know. So that's all it is. You're cutting your hot wire right there, putting two clamps on them. You clamp them to these two, and now you don't have to pull this all off of here in order to test it or nothing. If you're testing it, it is better if you got like a brighter light than just a little flashlight I got, but that flashlight squeaked by for our purposes. But this is what they look like, and you got this little thing on them telling you that should point north or whatever, and yada yada, you know, all that bull crap. You know, it says photo controller. And this one is like top notch because it says that it's made in China, so you know it's the top of the line, best thing you can get your hands on. Yeah, believe that. But anyhow, like I said, that goes on there. So if you want to make one of these or whatever, that's all you got to do, you know, and that's the perfect thing for testing them, is just do it like that. But like I said, always be careful when you're testing, and use a ground fault circuit protect circuit, so you don't end up jolting yourself, because that's a totally different thing from a surge protector, you know, surge protector, or a circuit breaker. This thing here will save your damn life, so always be careful like that. So that's that for testing purposes. Like I said, there's another way you can test if you're wanting to find out, you know, and you don't want to build one of these or whatever, and you're wanting to find out if your circuit's functional or not, you know, if the detector works or not. Because a lot of people might think, well, is it my bulb, the transformer, you know, is the ballast capacitor or something? And you're wondering, well, is this it? There is a way that you can do it just by taking it right out of the circuit, you know, hot wiring the, because that basically all it is that one wire discontinued there, and that's the same with your circuit. The house current comes into this wire, okay, and instead of hooking to the transformer wire, it goes through there, through here, then it goes to the transformer. So when this turns on, it just allows the juice to flow through these two to your transformer, you know, to the, I keep saying transformer, I should call it ballast because that's what everyone else calls it, but that's all it is a transformer anyway. But that's the whole trick to it. Make sure this big one is your neutral, and these two are for the hot. If you hook them backwards, you know, these two, it's really not going to make no big difference, because all it is a connection that, you know, makes it one continual circuit. So those ones make no big diff. This here does. You need to make sure you get your darn neutral connected correctly. Like I said, when you're hooking this tester up to your cord, make sure that the one that continues all the way through is this big fat neutral wire, and your other one's the one you want to snip in 2 spots so you can clamp it up on here. That's basically all there is to it. Appreciate you viewing.